Why is Revan called the Prodigal Knight? To understand why Revan is often referred to as the Prodigal Knight, we have to look at something unexpected, a biblical parallel. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus tells the parable of the prodigal son. In the parable, a man has two sons. The younger son asks for his inheritance early. This is more than greed. It is a rejection of the father's authority. He wants autonomy, identity, and purpose on his own terms. In similar fashion, Revan departs from the Jedi Council, despite their warnings. The Council in this instance functions symbolically as parental figures, representing wisdom, restraint, and spiritual authority. Revan believes the Council is passive and flawed. Like the younger son, he chooses independence. Both decisions are framed as justified by the one leaving. In the parable, the son travels to a distant land, a symbolic separation from home, structure, and identity. Revan goes to war in the Mandalorian conflict and later ventures into unknown regions. This is not just a physical journey, but an ideological break from Jedi doctrine into a realm defined by power and conflict. In the parable, the son wastes his inheritance in reckless living. What was given for life and stability is consumed for impulse and desire. Revan squanders the inheritance of his Jedi training, eroding his discipline and moral grounding. His brilliance, charisma, and gifts, meant to protect, become tools of domination. He falls to the dark side and becomes a Sith Lord. In both stories, gifts become instruments of self-destruction. In the parable, a famine arises only after the inheritance is gone. Hardship exposes the fragility of the son's independence. Revan's famine is the collapse of his empire and identity. Betrayal by Malak, defeat, and the erasure of his memory strip him of power. Everything he built vanishes. He is left empty, literally without self. In the parable, the son reaches his lowest point, reduced to feeding pigs, a humiliating position. He is surrounded by what is unclean and degraded. Worse still, the son is starving and longs to eat the slop he is feeding the pigs. Revan's equivalent is profound. He awakens not as a conqueror, but as a powerless soldier under the Republic, the very order he once sought to overthrow. No longer the Dark Lord of the Sith, he has now become anonymous and insignificant. In the parable, the most crucial point is when the son comes to himself. Repentance begins with recognition. The son, coming to his senses, realizes his folly, knowing that even his father's servants are better off than he is now. A new path lies ahead of him. Revan's awakening is gradual, through the journey with the crew of the Ebon Hawk. His moral choices and recovered memories are crucial. He comes to himself and realizes who he was and what he became. Now he must decide who he will be. The son returns expecting rejection or demotion. Humbled by his folly, he plans to beg for servant status. Revan's return is not geographical but existential. He confronts his past and the Jedi. He is no longer the Sith Lord, nor merely a manipulated pawn. He stands ready to complete the quest, save the Republic, no matter the personal cost. Both returns are marked by humility and uncertainty. In the parable, one of the most striking moments is the father's response. The son returns, rehearsing an apology, expecting judgment or rejection. But before the apology is even finished, the father runs to him, embraces him, and restores him fully. Grace is immediate. Restoration comes before merit. Acceptance comes before explanation. The father does not wait for proof or apology. He acts out of love and mercy alone. The parable does not end there. The elder brother, who stayed home, loyal and obedient, struggles with this grace. He cannot immediately forgive. He sees celebration for someone he believes unworthy and feels resentment. His loyalty, obedience, and faithfulness feel overlooked. Grace offends him because he equates worth with earned service rather than unconditional love. Revan's story mirrors this structure, but with a twist. The galaxy itself is not a perfect father. The Republic and the Jedi Order are more like the elder brother, cautious, skeptical, and often resentful. Revan defeated Malak, destroyed the Star Forge, and saved countless lives. But many within the Jedi still cannot fully trust him. Their acceptance is conditional, wary, and measured. Redemption is not enough to erase suspicion. The true father figure in Revan's story is the crew of the Ebon Hawk. Characters like Bastila, Karth, Mission, T3, and the others provide the kind of unconditional support and forgiveness the father offers in the parable. They accept Revan, despite his fall and past mistakes. They guide him, protect him, and even celebrate his return to the light. Through their love and faith in him, Revan is restored, empowered to reclaim his identity and make the choice to walk the path of redemption.